What is the correct order of the flow of blood? Blood from right atrium enters right ventricle and pulmonary arteries carry deoxygenated blood from right ventricle to lungs for oxygenation. 2 pulmonary veins come from each lung and pass O2-rich blood to left atrium. Blood enters left ventricle from the left atrium. How does heart work step by step? Blood flows through your heart and lungs in 4 steps. The right atrium receives oxygen-poor blood from the body and pumps it to the right ventricle through the tricuspid valve. The left atrium receives oxygen-rich blood from the lungs and pumps it to the left ventricle through the mitral valve. How does a heart work step by step? Blood flows through your heart and lungs in 4 steps. The right atrium receives oxygen-poor blood from the body and pumps it to the right ventricle through the tricuspid valve. The left atrium receives oxygen-rich blood from the lungs and pumps it to the left ventricle through the mitral valve. What does cardiac output mean? Medical definition of cardiac output. Cardiac output, the amount of blood the heart pumps through the circulatory system in a minute. The amount of blood put out by the left ventricle of the heart in one contraction is called the stroke volume. The stroke volume and the heart rate determine the cardiac output. Do veins carry oxygenated blood? The arteries are perceived as carrying oxygenated blood to the tissues, while veins carry deoxygenated blood back to the heart. However, in pulmonary circulation, the arteries carry deoxygenated blood from the heart to the lungs, and veins return blood from the lungs to the heart. How does blood flow through the 4 chambers of the heart? The heart consists of 4 chambers in which blood flows. Blood enters the right atrium and passes through the right ventricle. The right ventricle pumps the blood to the lungs where it becomes oxygenated. The oxygenated blood is brought back to the heart by the pulmonary veins which enter the left atrium. Which direction does the blood flow in veins? Veins are blood vessels that carry blood toward the heart. Most veins carry deoxygenated blood from the tissues back to the heart. Exceptions are the pulmonary and umbilical veins, both of which carry oxygenated blood to the heart. In contrast to veins, arteries carry blood away from the heart. What is the correct order of blood flow from the heart to the body and back? Blood enters the heart through 2 large veins, the posterior, inferior, and the anterior, superior vena cava, carrying deoxygenated blood from the body into the right atrium. Blood flows from the right atrium into the right ventricle through the tricuspid valve. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification for more of these videos.